let's talk about that spectrum a little bit. You guys get a lot of different people that are looking for different things here. You guys have seltzer.
We do.
How do you feel about seltzer?
I mean, it's a necessary evil, right? Like I said, I'm never going to fault anyone for what they want to drink. It's not my business,
I might a little bit,
yeah.
but
no. I mean, it is what it is. Like, I'm also
there's a lot of seltzer in my garage in the fridge,
right.
And so I don't judge that heavily. But
I'm not super passionate about making seltzer, but like, it's also not a big lift to like make some sugar water and ferment it. I mean, that said, that's kind of, I'm taking the path of least resistance here. Like, we have just plain seltzer on tap, and then we have different flavorings and syrups that people can kind of choose.
I think that's the right way to do it. I think it's fun for people. They can come up with their own little blend if they want to, too, and kind of create their thing.
It's kind of like the snow cone model. So.
What about cider? Are you guys doing cider at all?
We are not currently doing cider.
Where does it go? This idea of people looking for light, sugary, easy drinking nothingness that is seltzer right now. Like,
I mean, it's always been there. Like, I mean, do you come from an era of Mike's Hard and like Smirnoff Ice and Zima? Like, it's always been there. It's just a matter of.
Do you think it's gotten worse, or do you think that it's just gotten easier?
I think it's honestly, like, if you really look at it, like in the context I just mentioned, like a dry seltzer is way better than like a Zima, which is like
that's true.
Like 45 grams of sugar. Like, it's.
I prefer some of like the overly sugary seltzers versus the drier ones. Usually, like
I think, again, there's a time and place for everything.
I'm sorry that the red cream seltzer from March 1st tastes like red cream soda, and that sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds great.
But I can't figure out if it's people that would have drank a craft beer that now aren't, because the easier path is just to grab that seltzer, or if it's people that wouldn't have been drinking anything. I don't know.
I think it's the latter.
Is it the wine drinkers? Is it the people that were drinking cider a few years ago? Is it like, I can't figure it out. I just can't get a good grasp
I think it's
on
kind of like a melange of like people who would not have drank the craft beer, who like are wine drinkers or liquor drinkers, or are gluten intolerant. Like, I think there's a big like group of people there.
Right.
That's why it just makes sense. Like, it's it's fun to like say it's this like weird like market and kind of point at them, and like, but there's some legitimate reasons there, and like, who am I to like say no? I'm not gonna put some bags of dextrose in some water and.
Well, then there are places, and I haven't tried yours, but there are places that are making some seltzer and good is very relative, because it's good is as close as it gets to like nothingness to me. Like, as close as you can get to a clean flavor is the best you can get as far as the base of your seltzer goes. But there are some places that are making some really good seltzer. That's impressive to do, especially, when you're talking about, fermentation without distillation, to create something that doesn't have character to it. Like, it sounds really silly when you're saying it out loud, but it is impressive.
I mean, the goal is like a void of character, right? Like,
right.
So it is. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't kind of fun to like make sure it like didn't taste like anything. And like, I don't have the ability to like sterile and carbon filter and all that stuff.
Hearing it said out loud is so absurd, though.
It is, for sure. Absolutely. But it's, again, there are aspects that are kind of close to beer. If I really want to like do some mental gymnastics, like clarity is something that is like super important. Right. And, again, like the kind of yeast you're using isn't really an issue. Like, it just kind of does its thing. But, and the way we're doing it, they're kind of more, it's seltzer, but there's a little bit of sweetness there because we're using syrups. So, people can kind of decide how sweet they want it. So
it's interesting. It's fun to watch. It's definitely fun to watch where it goes.
For sure. Like it's
I just hope we don't get back to Mike's Hard Lemonade and Smirnoff Ice. And,
it's coming. For sure.
Thank you for watching. For more episodes, more importantly for full episodes, go to your favorite podcasting platform, look for Cincy Brewcast, and subscribe to the show. New episodes drop every single Monday, and you can see why we like to call it the voice of Cincy Craft.